Hello, welcome to BVP Podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, and today I'm Lena Garcia. I'm a senior, and I'm a current member of the Leo Club.
I'm Susan Balke. I teach government and economics, and I am a proud sponsor of the Leo Club.
I'm Ashlyn Green. I'm a junior member and president of the Leo Club.
I'm Ruth Garcia, and I'm a senior member of the Leo Club.
Thank you for joining us today. I have a couple questions to ask you all. First question is, when was the Bellville Leo Club established and who chartered it?
So the Bellville Lions Club asked us to start a teenage version of their club. And so in the fall of 2020, I asked on the announcements for anyone that might be interested in joining and starting this new club. It was going to be a service-based club, completely voluntary. And we had about, ladies, 8 to 10. About 8 to 10 people show up at that first meeting. Got a little excited. Next meeting, we had even more. And then in late October, we were welcomed to Concordia Hall by the Lions, and we had our official induction ceremony. We had about 38 original Leos join that night. Oh, wow. And I'm proud to say that these are some of the original Leos.
Was your president part of that, or was this before she went to high school?
Yes, this was before I went to high school. One of the original members, Ruth Garcia, isn't with us today, but she has been an officer in the club for so long. I would say that she's basically the president. I mean, yeah.
My second question is, how many members did the club have when it first started, and how many members does it have now?
I think the official was about 38 the night that we were all inducted and we got our official charter. And now we are over 85. We do have a core group. Again, these ladies are some of them that show up to every single meeting. But we're very proud that we've grown as quickly as we have. Again, this is our 4th year.
That's very interesting. My third question is, how much are club dues and how much does a t-shirt cost?
Ladies, you want to take this one?
So the dues are $5 and t-shirts usually go from 10 to 12. Since prices have gone a little up, the t-shirts. Yeah. But Ms. Balke, if anybody needs help with paying those dues or t-shirts, she helps us out. We just ask. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And we typically have extras that we'll give out to new members so that they can feel welcome into the club if we do have extras. If we don't, they'll feel welcome either way.
My fourth question is, who is responsible for designing the new t-shirts every year?
Miss Balke is in charge of knowing who will be giving the submissions, but as far as right now, it's always students will go out of their way to go on Canva or drawing or something to design a t-shirt, and then in a meeting we all choose whatever design we like the most.
So it's submitting all your designs to one thing.
Yes. And this year I submitted. To be fair, I feel it was kind of unfair because I submitted 2 designs, but everyone was allowed to submit however many designs they wanted. And almost unanimously, this was chosen.
Very nice.
Yeah. And you designed that?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. When and where does the club meet every single month?
Typically, we meet in the library on the first Thursday of every month. If there's conflicts with the library, such as cornhole, we'll go to the cafeteria. And if there's conflict with the cafeteria, we'll go to Miss Walke's room.
How many kids normally show up to each meeting? Is this the main core that show up, or is it members?
We actually have a lot of the outside members that don't usually participate come to the meetings just to stay informed. And I would say around 30 at the least every single time. And we have an officer table. And of course, we have a lot of freshmen that show up to the meeting specifically. And of course, the core is always there.
All 30 people fit in Miss Balke's room?
We do. We make it work. We're a tight-knit group.
Yeah.
We like each other. We're very friendly.
Yeah. But when there's parties, we go to the cafeteria. And then that's when we have...
Oh, yes. We have club parties.
How's that? What do y'all do?
we did specifically Christmas is like a big party for us because we'll play like games, and we always do, or not always, but we've recently started doing a gift exchange where everyone gets like a secret Santa, and we have a limit to how much you can spend, but a lot of people go over that just because they love their Leos. And everything's completely voluntary. We play so many games. It's so fun.
We also do an end of the school year party. One year I think our first year, right? And so we went to the mini park and we
played like the
yeah, so fun. And they were good sports. We played all kinds of little silly games. And then the next year we went to the skating rink in Burnham and did some skating, and we went to Mr. Daddy's and gorged ourselves on pizza. And we haven't decided this year. We don't know. This is a special group this year because, again, we're losing some of our core group to graduation. And so we're going to do something extra special, I think.
I think we should. Yeah. That's really cute. Who is responsible for creating an agenda and leading all the meetings?
I think it's sort of, Miss Balke will inform me of what she thinks needs to be said and what like she wants me to focus on. And then I will elaborate on that and like research on my own experiences, because typically I go to the majority of the service projects that we do just to make sure that everything goes smoothly and to offer my help, of course. So I like to be informed about what I'm talking about. And then I will lead the meetings. I have been wondering if I could get some other officers to speak because I feel like I don't want to take their shine away. So I might start incorporating that.
Oh, that's like a really good idea.
What are some like of the best projects you think that the club has undertaken?
I have one.
Can we go person to person?
So personally, my favorite is one that's called Camp for All. It's all like fun. Yeah, I love. That's my favorite one. It's out like a little bit past Brahma. It's a camp for special needs kids, and there's like a lot of things we help out over there with. Like typically, I would be in the kitchen helping out to serve the kids food, and I think y'all went horse right? Yeah, so it's like a summer camp.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a camp for anyone who can't usually go to camps. Like it accommodates them.
It's hard to choose because at the risk of sounding kind of sappy, anything I get to do with the Leo Club, I look forward to. So it's always kind of a highlight for me because we make everything fun because we do it together. Yes. And even if you're doing something that's kind of mundane or heavy lifting, like dragging trees, we just laugh and we just have such a good friendship. But I guess if I had to choose, it's probably the Christmas Wish toy project because I'm not really a Christmas merry kind of person. It's just not my favorite thing to do, but that gets me in the mood for the holidays. So I'm always kind of a Scrooge until Mrs. Wetherington calls and says, hey, we need the Leos. Come on up to First National Bank. We need to get the toys together. We need to start wrapping the gifts. And knowing that all the toys that we put together go to needy kids in our community, that's just really the best Christmas gift for me. So that gets me all excited for the holidays.
I think I'm going to have to agree with Miss Balke on this one because like the Christmas Wish Toy Project is just so, I would say it's a little personal because I'm so involved in it every year that I've like had to do it. I always encourage Leos, like if you're nervous about doing service, do the Christmas Toy Project because it just makes you feel so like good. And Miss Wetherington is always good at like organizing and directing it. And then me and the Vice President Claire Bailey, we show up, and we were actually, Leo Club was personally asked after the service that we put in last year to completely do the project, to completely like.
We're totally in charge. Yeah. It's like we're running the show.
Famous.
It was great.
Y'all just named both of my favorites. So all I can say about it is that I do love the Christmas Toy Project because every kid, you can see their personality and, you know, you can see what they like and everything. And it's so fun whenever you see like a little kid you can relate to, like when they have crafts and stuff. They're like, oh, this is something I would get, like I would want when I was a kid. So you go pick them out, the stuff out personally for them.
And y'all all partook in like all of these?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get like a certain kid to like choose gifts for, and it feels so personal. I feel like I'm like shaping their childhood in a way, like giving a boy who wants action figures a Batman toy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it feels so nice.
And we spent, about 4 afternoons, ladies? 4 afternoons, about 2 or 3 hours every afternoon working.
Oh, wow. It's a lot. What other projects do you like for the club to like undertake in the future?
Well, we mentioned dragging tree limbs. The first year that we formed, we were asked by a gentleman in the community if we would be of service at a historic cemetery out in Kinney. Mm-hmm. And we didn't really know what we were getting into the first time we went out there, but it was very overgrown. It needed a lot of care. And so with Mr. Holloman's help, we started cutting down trees, clearing brush, you name it. We've just kind of maintained it so that now when you go and visit the cemetery, you can actually see the tombstones, and the people that are buried there are treated with a lot more respect. And we try to go out there twice every school year. And we were just out there about 2 or 3 weekends ago. And it's amazing to see the difference in when we started 4 years ago to now. It's a really rewarding experience also.
How can we encourage more students to join the Leo Club?
I think it's like really vital for them to know that like in certain clubs where it's like mandatory to do service, it may seem troublesome to go out of their way. But in Leo Club, where it's like an open opportunity every single time, we make it fun. Like it's almost like just hanging out with your friends and doing service while doing that. So you feel good, not only because you're helping people out, but because you're around people that support you and also want to help people out. Like even when we were in Concord Cemetery in hot weather, chopping down trees, pulling roots out of the ground, I was still laughing the whole time. And so like Leo Club is incredibly welcoming. If you're ever feeling uncomfortable at school, Leos know how to make it better. Like, because everyone in Leo Club is doing the service on their own time. It's not because of anything. It's because they want to.
And that's a great point we haven't mentioned yet, is it's free will. We don't keep track of your hours, but if we did, I think y'all have counted kind of how many hours?
In triple digits.
Yeah. They're over 100 service hours for our seniors. But we kind of use the mantra that we've created of we serve. That's what the Lions say is we serve, but also we say we get the job done. And I think that anybody at Bellville High School holds us in high regard, high respect, because if we are approached to do something, we will do it. Right now, we're helping with Backpack of Blessings, and we're conducting a 4-week food drive. And so every week of that 4-week food drive, we're asking the faculty and staff and students to donate, whether it's peanut butter or mac and cheese or cereal or ramen. We collect all of that, and then we'll be giving it to the food pantry at the Methodist Church. Mm-hmm. All that food that we collect then goes into the backpacks of Bellville ISD students. So something like that, we always have something going on. We also do a lot of work for teacher appreciation. We put together booklets every year of thank you notes that the students create. So if we have a student body of over 700 kids, every kid writes 2 or 3 thank you notes to teachers. We collate those, we sort those, and then we make these really beautiful little books. And the last day of Teacher Appreciation Week in May, they're placed in the teacher mailboxes. The teachers walk in and they have a really nice surprise, and then they can sit there and read about how much they're appreciated.
Well, that's very interesting. Do you have any more to add on to that?
No. I love Leo Club because it gives you like a lot of experiences, and new, things to try out. Just I
think we've really reached out to our community members. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for the Leo Club, I don't know if y'all really would have met some of these amazing Bellevillians like you have. I mean, when we think about Mr. Stein and Mr. Boriak and Dr. Cooper Smith, we have really met some great people, and y'all have made some good contacts that you can use in future years, I think.
Yes, Leo Club is great for just making connections with anyone because, you're helping out.
Well, thank you for answering all my questions. That's all I have for today. Thank you for joining BVP Podcasts, and thank you to Leo Club for joining us.